Hi, it's Michael, and this is a review of the ViewTV digital converter box. This is model AT-263. So this is a relatively inexpensive little box that I am using right now to convert my local broadcast TV signal into a form that can be used by my projector here. And it's fulfilling the purpose. Right now I've got a Sling TV hooked up into my Fire TV stick, and that's how I watch streaming video with this. But now I can also watch local TV because of this digital converter box, and it works really well. It does have manual or auto channel scan, and also if you have digital radio signals in your area, it should pick those up as well. Apparently I don't have any here where I live because it didn't find any. But in any case, that is pretty run-of-the-mill and pretty normal for this type of thing, to have a manual or auto scan of your channels, so that should be self-explanatory. The remote that comes with this thing is really crappy. I don't like it at all. It has very mushy buttons on it, and the labels for the buttons aren't always clear what they're supposed to do, and sometimes a button has a different function than you would even know about, but you do have to look at the menu that is displayed on your screen in order to know how to react, in order to cancel out of an action or move up a screen or whatever. I've gone into the menu system here. You can tell it just doesn't look, it looks very basic and kind of clunky, and in fact it is. But you know, once you get your station auto-programmed, or you can also manually program the stations in your area, just like you would any other TV, I guess. Then these are the different settings. You can set the aspect ratio. You can do a channel search, either the auto or the manual search. And time offset, this is where you'd set your local time zone and whether you're doing with daylight time or not. And there's some other options here. You can set a password up for this, and then the USB drive from the USB drive that I have sticking in the front here, this is where you can configure certain things. You do have some control buttons on the front of this device as well. My other big complaint is this uses infrared, so you have to be a direct line of sight to the box, otherwise it's not going to pick up the commands that you're sending it. So that means you can't put this in a cabinet really if you want to use it effectively, and that's kind of a pain in the butt. Here are all the inputs that we have. You've got an RF in, an RF out. And if you're using the RF out to go to, you know, an older TV that doesn't have a digital tuner in it or whatever, you're going to use channel 3 or 4. And then you've got an HDMI output, which is what I'm using to send the signal from the box to my projector. You also have a coaxial output, and then you have audio output, and you also have a video output. And then this is component video up on top. So that's it. Now this also has a DVR function, which is why I have a USB stick sticking out of the front of this. The DVR function on this device works just really well. Surprisingly effective, and I'm really happy that I now have a super easy way to record broadcast TV. It just works, and I don't know all the mechanics about how it works, but all I do know is that it creates a folder on here for things that have been recorded, and then I can play them back whenever I want. So I just love that. Now obviously this is only going to be DVR for stuff that is coming over the antenna. I can't record things off of my Fire Stick because my Fire Stick isn't even plugged into this. The Fire Stick is plugged right into the projector. That should be pretty self-evident, I guess. It'll also let you view photos, videos, and music and programs that you've recorded using the DVR function of this off-broadcast TV. So that's really cool. So I've got a lot of music on here in MP3 format, and I'm able to play it through my projector and ultimately through my sound system. I do like that function. The recording feature works surprisingly well. I was absolutely blown away that I could just stick a USB drive in there and then record off broadcast TV. That was so cool. And the playback is, you know, good quality. Overall, this is fulfilling its purpose for me. It's getting a job done that I needed to get done, and it makes it now possible for me to completely cut the cord from cable TV and use streaming services like Amazon Prime and Sling TV and whatever, and also to be able to access broadcast TV locally and view it through my projector. So I'm really happy. I just wish it were higher quality. I would gladly pay 2 or 3 times what I had to pay for this to get something of a very high quality. This really isn't doing it for me, and the remote particularly troubles me because the button pushes are very mushy, and you have to press a little bit harder than you think you might need to press, and it's just a crappy little remote. It does use 2 AAA batteries. They're not provided. So that's about it. You do get the power cable, and they do give you a short HDMI cable that's included in the box. And if you have any questions, leave me a comment. I'll answer it if I can. Otherwise, thanks for watching and have a great day.